Hello everybody! So yeah, in today's video it's going to be a little bit different of a video. I'm going to give you guys a little tour of the I don't know, Martin. Give you a little tour of my little skate room slash man cave thing, whatever you want to call it. I'm trying a different camera out, so hopefully this thing stays in focus. If it doesn't, then that's just part of the deal. So yeah, I had a request by one viewer. He's like, I should go over everything in the room. So that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to circle the whole room, and I'll just kind of show you everything that got going on. So we're going to start down here on the flow. So yeah, as you guys might already know, here's some S-Events is what they're called. These ones were in white. I skated them in black. I really liked them. These went on sale on the S website, and they were like 35 bucks or something. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to skate these again. I haven't skated white shoes in a long time. Get these bad boys. They're in the rotation one day, but I found these Caspians, and I really liked them. I made a video about it. You should definitely try them. If you happen to see, there's a few posts back. So we got these Nike Dunks, highs, SB Dunks. So I won a raffle for these, and they were in the beet color. And I was like, I am never gonna wear these. I'm not a reseller guy. I don't do all that stuff. So I just bought some paint that was recommended for painting these shoes, and then that's what I painted them as. So now they kind of look like Chicago's. Pretty much the only reason I have any interest in Dunks is because of Paul Rodriguez. He pulls them off better than anybody pulls off Dunks. I'll fight you on that one. He looks the best in these Dunks. Any dunk, he can pull them off. And then underneath, this was my... I just cleaned up in here. Yeah, this is my like Jamie Foy setup right here. We got the shake junk grip. First time I ever tried that. I haven't really skated this board too much. I messed around with it. We got the same like Thunders that he would rock. I had to put risers on it because this board is so flat that the pop was so off. I had to put risers on it, and I got 54mm wheels, pretty much everything that he would skate. I got the Neen Williams Satori wheels on there. This is the twin board, and yeah, 8.5. I'm gonna go back and skate this one day, I think. I hope, because as you know, I went back to 8, and that's kind of been where I'm staying at a little bit. But that's not saying that I won't go back to 8.5 at any point in time. So yeah, we'll get this going back on over there. Got a cat holding the door open. I got cats. Why wouldn't one hold the door open there? We got a Martin guitar there. See that? Yeah. So yeah, I dabble around in guitar. Maybe I'll try to play something really fast. Messed that up. Yeah, but you guys get the point. That's a guitar. Let's go on. We're gonna go one by one here. Caballero deck. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Steve Caballero. He was the shit. When I was growing up and you're playing him in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, that kind of thing. Yeah, Steve Caballero. The graphics are sick. The boards are sick. It's hung up on the wall. Some of you may or may not know about this company here. It is a Eric Costin Numbers board. Numbers didn't last too long. It was him and Guy Mariano, I think. I saw it and I was like, you know what? It's Eric Costin. I was looking for an Eric Costin board at the time. I think it's like an 8.5 or 8.6, and I never brought myself to skate it, so I didn't skate it. But yeah, that is Numbers, is what it's called. Numbers. Right next to it, we got a Tory Plan B deck. The funny part is, I bought this right before he left and started skating for, well, dude, thank you skateboards. But yeah, I ran out and grabbed that, and it just so happened that that was one of his probably last board graphics out, and it's not the best one, but it's the one that was there. We got a girl, there we go, girl Beastie Boys deck. Just thought the graphic was super cool on that one. Move right along here. Mike Carroll. Mike Carroll. I don't know what else has to be said about Mike Carroll. He's the shit. Girl skateboards right there. I bought that before they went to the China And honestly, the boards are still pretty good. So this deck right here, this BAM deck, some of you may or may not remember it, but yeah, that BAM deck right there, I actually, I made that one. Yeah, I made that board. I made a stencil out of vinyl, and then I hand painted it because I had that board when I was 15 or whatever, and that was one of my favorite boards. And you can't get it obviously, so I remade it. And that's the story of that board. Big BAM fan. We'll take a quick duck down real quick. Well, that's obviously Mario. I mean, that's what I grew up playing, SNES. And then we got Zelda over here. Link down there. Yeah, his name is Link. And we got some Darth Vader arm coming out of the wall there because Star Wars is the shit. And that, enough said, Star Wars is the shit. Back to the boards. There we go. Toy Machine. Ed Templeton. Don't necessarily skate Toy Machine. Ed Templeton is the man. I mean, he's the man. A lot of these boards, I bought them for, I mean, mainly for the wall hangers, you could say. It was mainly for that. But a lot of these, every single skateboarder up here, every single board represents something from a memory from, I don't know, the early 2000s for me. So like the pristine times of skateboarding, if you will, for my generation. So, and that changes on the next few boards. So we'll get to the next few boards here. Sean Malto. Sean Malto's a G. He's sick. That one's signed by him. Don't gotta say a whole lot more about the malts. I don't think they call them the malts, but that's what I call them right now. And then we got Big Boy Foy. So, Big Boy Foy, aka Jamie Foy, was actually kind of what got me back into skating. I saw this dude who was called Big Boy Foy. And I was like, well, that he's bigger, right? You know, I'm bigger. I could probably get back into skating. So the first board I actually went back and bought was his, I think it might have been the Sodi board, but it was the Jamie Foy Death Wish text on the pink background. I still have it. I think it's down in the basement. And that was the first time that I skated like an 8.5. But yeah, I went back to that board, but that's kind of Jamie Foy. Jamie Foy kind of got me back into skating, I can't lie. And then next up we got the old Neen Williams right here. And yeah, this is his artwork. That's a twin board. So twin tip, I think it's a twin nose, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I bought 2 of those, skated one. The irony of it is that it broke on like the first session, or it cracked on the first session on a heel flip. Go figure. And yeah, it's a good board. Good board, super flat. I haven't bought a Baker Death Wish since that one because it broke so fast. And maybe it just doesn't fit my style. Next up, it doesn't even need to be explained. There, Chad Muska. Chad Muska. So like a few years ago, I saw this in Azumi's, and it was like, hey, Chad Muska. It's not the red silhouette, but hell, it's close enough. It's a real deal shorties board, and yeah, hopefully one day I can get my hands on one of the red silhouettes from Muska, but that remains to be seen. Which kind of moves on to the next one. So this is a Barnyard Mike V board, but as you can see, that's Chad Muska right there. So it got signed by Muska, and it got signed by Mike V. Yep, Street Plant. If you haven't heard of Street Plant, that's Mike V's board brand. Barnyard is like one of his first pro models that went like super huge because it had like a nose, if you want to call it a nose. Super wide deck. Through the next 3, 4, 5, whatever here. Jeff Rowley. Freedom. Jeff Rowley was, yeah, huge inspiration when I was started skating in the late 90s, early 2000s. And Jeff Rowley he's the man. I mean, what are you gonna say about Jeff Rowley other than legend, big time legend? In a Shadware deck up next here. Yeah, that's a twin board. I actually bought that to skate, but I like the graphics so much, and I already had a twin board. And then that was I got that board while skating twin boards. I realized that, so as much as I like the twin boards, I don't like the twin tails, which is what those boards are. So after I skated like a twin nose or a twin hybrid, this Neem deck right here, I realized that I like twin hybrids or twin noses more than anything, which I wouldn't think I would. So, but yeah, that one ended up on the wall there. This board right here is a Guy Mariano girl deck, and that's kind of the board that's the first board I bought to hang up on the wall. That board was by itself for a really long time. It was just down in my basement. And then I was like, you know, fuck it. I'm gonna buy boards for all the skaters I like. This might seem, you know, that's 3 more BAM boards. 3 more BAM boards. So what you gotta realize is a lot of people hate on BAM now. They think he's, I don't know what they think about him. I don't care what they think about him. I was a BAM fan before Jackass. I hadn't even seen the CKY videos or anything like that. So the first time I saw BAM was on the Tony Hawk's Gigantic Skate Park tour. I think it was 2000. And he was pulling Jackass antics, but I didn't know anything about his background or anything like that. And I liked his skating. I liked his personality, that kind of thing. And then this was before, you know, he was super famous, anything like that. And so I skated a lot of BAM decks. They were all 8-inch. I was a weirdo at the time. And then once BAM became super popular, I was, you know, oh, I like BAM because BAM's, you know, I don't even give a shit. BAM's the shit. Look at his footage. It's good. Bam Margera. I'll forever always be a fan of Bam Margera, no matter what anybody says. And then we got these boards up top here. Daewon Song. What you guys know about Daewon Song? Yep. That's also one of the last boards that he had on Almost before he left to do Thank You Skateboards with Tori. Both those guys super sick. Daewon Song versus Rodney Mullen, or Rodney Mullen versus Daewon Song, round every single round. Those videos, I remember downloading them on like LimeWire so I could watch them, and I was just mind freaking blown, and the dude still rocks it to this day. Super sick. Had to have a Daewon deck. We got a Nirvana deck up there just because, you know, Nirvana. Love Nirvana. That's also a girl deck. Spike Jonze shot that picture, I believe. Same with the Beastie Boys deck. I could be wrong on that one. And last but not least, the mystery man himself, Tom Penny. I mean, you want to talk about OG style, you talk about Tom Penny. Tom Penny was, I mean, you think about him just like Muska. Not the biggest trick selection. It's the way they did it and the impact they had, and Tom Penny especially. It was the mystery. It was more the mystery behind him. And, yeah, he's an S guy, and he's back on S, been back on S. I would love to get his shoes, but honestly, the Tom Penny 2s, they're kind of ugly. I'm not paying 110 bucks. It was close, though. I almost did. So now, yeah, what's playing on the TV here? If you know what that is, that's Girl, yeah, right. Whoa. Yeah, that video changed the whole way that I skated. So where I grew up, there's, you know, at the time, I guess you could say, this was all about like zero and like just big handrails and big stairs, and I was like, I don't have that shit around me. I have manual pads, I have ledges, and that's about it. It rains forever of the year. So you see these guys just doing a lot of tech stuff. It's not a lot of big stairs, it's a lot of ledges, it's a lot of manuals. It was super inspirational to me because I thought you had to skate a certain way. That's when I was just like, hey, flip tricks, tech, manual. And this video made me feel like that I had a place in skateboarding again, because I remember at that time I was lost. I saw this video and I was like, holy shit, you can skate like this. And you gotta remember, guys, this was before the internet, so it was just through magazines and things like that. And I remember ordering the video, and I remember it coming in the mail, and I remember coming home from school and me and the neighbor kid watched it, and I don't know how many times I watched it over and over and over again. So yeah, Girl, yeah, right. Probably, it's the holy grail of skate videos for me. It's the one I specifically remember more than any other video. Then right here, look at that. That's a fancy old dandy mountain bike helmet. So a lot of people probably don't know, I actually started this channel when I started riding mountain bikes, like day one. Hold on, there's the G right there. Yeah, I started this channel when I started riding mountain bikes. It was a lot of fun. I did it just to kind of document from day one to day X, and I haven't ridden the mountain bike in a little while. The mountain bike community is far different than the skate community, where it's very elitist and everybody is like that, and it's just different. Skateboarding, the people of skateboarding is so much better, in my opinion, and the access of it is so much better. Skateboarding is much more raw it's just better. It's better, and I loved mountain biking. But I met a lot of mountain bikers up on the mountain who actually, they sucked. Let's just put it that way. They sucked. I didn't like them. So now we're gonna go over here. So we got the shoes. We're gonna start at the bottom here first. So we got the Jamie Foy here. This shoe was fucking awesome. This is probably my 4th pair of them. I bought one to keep forever, and yeah, this great shoe. Super great shoe. I couldn't recommend it anymore if you're looking for a good freaking shoe. I have a video on that if you want to go check it out. I'll put the thing up here maybe if you want to check that out. Next on the list here, so this is the Rowley Van shoe right there. I bought a pair of these in each, well, a couple colors because they re-released them. And once again, like I said before, I mean, Rowley is the shit. And I never got to get those shoes in the past. So when he re-released them under his website, you actually couldn't get them from Vans or anywhere else for a while. I got the OG colorways. And then what we got here is, you know, there's an S Sheem. Yeah, it's called a Sheem. They actually didn't have that out for too long. That kind of launched their S's re-release of like OG shoes, and it was super hard to find at the time. And I got lucky, and I hit the number, and I got the damn thing. So they just sitting there, and they're gonna be in there for a little while, I guess. And what might be the most iconic skate shoe of all time, potentially, is the Excel OG. So yeah, the reason I pretty much skate S's now, which we'll get into in the next couple shoes, is because I can't get shoes brands that were pretty much the only shoes I skated 80% of the time back in the early 2000s. We got the Chicago Dunks right there. Those are authentic. Once again, I won the raffle. I hit them, so I bought them. I really do like Dunk. I wish you could just buy them and skate them, but you can't. So those are sitting right there. And you know, I understand a lot of people might think all this stuff is stupid to have all this stuff, but everything has like a memory or a reason behind it. So luckily, I'm fortunate enough, I work my ass off to be able to have things like this, and why not use it? I could never, when I was a kid, it was like blank after blank after blank after blank, and now I can afford it. So I'm gonna buy this shit. If you don't like it, well, I don't care. Next up, we got Shaun White. So these Shaun White audios, some stuff in there, yeah. Shaun White audios, brand new. You can call them dead stock, whatever you want to call them. I hit them on eBay one day, and I paid like 60 bucks for them, and they're brand new. And they're audios, and that's what gets us into this point, is pretty much 80% of the time all I skated back in the day was audio, nothing but audios, and then with a few Circa sprinkled in, and then second most was probably S, but it was audios. So the two top ones I got here, yeah, those are my grails. So what we got here is the Jeremy Ray V4, I believe. And I somewhat restored that one, so you can kind of see. It looks pretty fresh compared to the one behind it, which I did not restore. But yeah, I got these on eBay as well. I think I got them for like 30 bucks. They were, you know, they're lightly used. These ones, like I said, I partially restored these to look original. And I remember wearing those shoes to my high school orientation back in 2001. 2002, and I remember wearing those just fresh, like, you know, you're feeling all cool because you got all your new clothes on and all your new stuff. And I had those shoes, and I had about 4 of those, that colorway, and 3 of the other colorways. I think I had brown, I had white, and then maybe those were the only 3. So yeah, very special shoe to me, nothing but memories, and I skated the shit out of them, and I scored on those ones. So then the last one, last but not least, here we go, the BAM. I'm gonna put them over here in the light. The BAM V2 in the limited purple. So these are basically also brand new. When these came out, I had already skated, let's say I already had them. I got them in black and gum. That's pretty much what I liked to skate back then, was black and gum. But these came out and it said limited, so it got me. You know, I'm like 16 years old and I saved up money. I bought 2 pairs, one to skate, one to keep. So this shit goes back a ways, where I like to collect skate stuff, I guess you could say. So yeah, these BAM V2s, oh, those are original. Those are original back from like 2002, 2003, maybe even slightly later. I don't remember, but I bought 2 pairs of them. They're great. I would, oh man, I've been tempted to try to skate them so many times, but I just can't bring myself to it because these have been with me for almost 20 years now, I would say. Jesus Christ. 20 years. And then yeah, So that's kind of all the skate stuff and real quick run through of it. And then I got my little computer set up here. This is where I, you know, edit the videos, and we got the custom built computer there, which I actually did. I built myself. I built that myself. I have a lot of hobbies, and yeah, I thought I wanted a computer, and I thought, what's the best way to do it? Build it yourself. When in doubt, you guys do shit yourself. So yeah, this is kind of my battle command station, just this whole room. So yeah, there's a little tour of the skate stuff. Like I said, I went through kind of quick. I could go into so much depth over every skater on this wall, every shoe in the box, and this isn't even all the stuff. I did consolidate it to just pick the best of the best, and then one day, you know, maybe I'll make it like a follow-up video and go down into the basement and see what's down there. These boxes also, they got shoes in them. Excel OG. It's hard for me. Thanksgiving sale, 26 bucks a few years ago. You can't not buy them, I guess. I mean, I feel like most people do the same thing. But yeah, there's, you know, kind of my skate room area slash office slash where I do stuff. I'm sure I left some stuff out, but that's kind of the gist of it. Hopefully you guys, you know, just kind of enjoy going over it. If you have any questions, or you just like, if you're stoked on something you saw, or you want to know some more information about it, just let me know. Put it down in the comments, and I will gladly answer any questions. Or if you just want to just share some stories about some skate stuff that you might have, or skate memories, because this channel is kind of, you know, I'd like it to cater to everybody, but it's going to cater to people more my age. So yeah, let me know. Put it down in the comments. Share a memory. I would love to hear them, because I might forget about them. And if you're interested, go back and check out my little skate part I put together from old ass footage. And yeah, that might be fun too. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, checking in, anything like that. And hopefully, you know, next time after the rain dies down, we can get some skate content. I'm trying to learn some new tricks, rail tricks, ledge tricks, and I'm gonna do what I can do. So yeah, peace. I'll see you guys on the next one.